Hello Patriots and welcome back to the Patriot Dad channel where we can discuss current events, modern issues, and culture, all while keeping it as real as possible. Today, we're going to be doing a reaction to Ben Shapiro reacting to Cardi B's WAP. Now, I know we've done a couple of Ben Shapiro things here recently, the interview with Tom MacDonald, as well as their song that they did together. Cardi B came out as a pro-Kamala supporter in this election cycle, and I never really liked the idea of this song or her music, but y'all recommended that I react to Ben Shapiro's reaction of this song, so you know what? This is where we find ourselves. But before we get started, I just wanted to let you know that during the ramp up to the 2024 election, the Rogue Dermatologist and the Patriot Dad channel are collaborating to bring you another great deal. In remembrance of the attempt on Trump's life, if you follow the link to trumpmug24.com, it'll take you straight here. Scroll down, add it to your cart, go to checkout, enter the code PDMUG, and you'll save 20%. Take advantage of this offer while it's still available. Now, back to the video. Thanks to Marv Roberts and others who have recommended this in the past. So, let's get this pulled up, and let's get right to it, shall we? Oh, this is just a bad start already. What am I getting myself into?
Now, we're going to do something we haven't done in a while. So
Okay.
over the last week or so, there's been a lot of attention paid to a music video. It's called WAP, okay, which we're going to get into in just one second. And it seems to me that there's a segment that we've been remiss in ignoring for a long time now on the show. We used to do it much more regularly. It was called Deconstructing the Culture. So
I've never watched Ben Shapiro's podcast really, but this is an interesting sub-segment. Deconstructing culture. Do we really consider WAP to be part of culture? And if we do, this might be why the election turned out the way that it did.
it's time once again to deconstruct the culture, where we take an important piece of popular culture and we break it down for its important aspects in American life. So let's deconstruct a little bit of culture.
Oh,
So there's
God.
this video that went out. It is by a person named Cardi B, who has a rather checkered past. I mean, she's talked on video about how she used to drug men and steal their money after
What?
after bringing them back as what, a quasi prostitute, something like that. And then she became a rapper. So American success story.
Okay.
And there's another rapper whose name is Megan the Stallion. I assume this is her given name. Her last name is Stallion, and her parents named her Megan the.
Bet I don't think that's the way it worked, but
Megan the Stallion. I assume this is her given name. Her last name is Stallion, and her parents named her Megan the. And I don't know why her middle name is the as opposed to the. But apparently you are the Stallion, not just the. The art of the Stallion.
if all of his deconstructing segments are this way, I'm going to have to react to more of them because this is hilarious.
In any case, there's this new video, and just as a preface to this video, let me note some of the headlines about this video from mainstream outlets.
Okay.
The headline from Complex was, "Why Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion's empowering anthem, WAP, is so important." It's very important, guys. It's a very, very empowering, important anthem. Grammy.com, they put out like people who do the Grammy Awards, they put out a headline, "Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion deliver a juicy collaboration with WAP."
Okay, bad choice of words. Oh God. Okay, let's keep going.
Wow. I mean, it must be important. Metro UK put out a headline, "The backlash to Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion's WAP proves society still hates sexually powerful women."
What does that mean?
Thee Stallion's WAP proves society still hates sexually powerful women. Apparently, according to Billboard, Christina Aguilera is feeling some type of way about Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion's WAP. This is a deeply important piece of art, guys. And then Black Entertainment TV, BET, they put out a headline, "Cardi B perfectly claps back at misogynistic criticism of WAP." Because all criticism of WAP is misogynistic, like deeply misogynistic and sexist, as it turns out.
How?
And this video, this music video, had 56 million views within 48 hours of release.
That is a lot. Ooh, 56 million in 48 hours? That's like Joe Rogan podcast with Donald Trump kind of numbers.
Because it got all sorts of press, and it was deeply important. This is a deeply important piece of American art that we should all pay attention to. It is deeply empowering. So we're going to play a little bit of the video, and then I'm going to read you some of the lyrics to WAP, which stands for a thing. I can't say most of the words in this song. I mean, I can pronounce them, but if I say them aloud, then we will be banned by the FCC. So here is a little bit of this video. So as you can see, there's water pouring out from the front of a mansion. Okay, here are these two ladies, and then there is just a giant golden butt
Okay, A, those nails are ridiculous. B, did somebody leave a sink or toilet running or something? Like, why is there water pouring out of the front of this mansion?
Okay, and then there's golden boobs that apparently are spouting water. Yeah, so this is all great. And then there's some tigers.
Why tigers?
This is apparently the tackiest mansion that has ever been. And then there's that.
Okay, anyone else think that the satanic imagery of the serpent belongs in this song quite well? It seems to be well placed. Let's see if Ben comments on that.
Has ever been. And then there's them lying there with a bunch of snakes. And, you know, kind of typical music video kind of stuff, but it's very empowering. This is deeply, deeply empowering stuff. So if you can't hear the lyrics because I don't know why you would hear the lyrics, frankly. Here are some of the lyrics. This is empowering stuff, guys. This is like Susan B. Anthony. This is like women fighting for the right to vote. This right here is women fighting for the right to work. Right here, what we are watching is women fighting for the equal right to talk about their wet-ass P-word. That's what WAP stands for. So here are the actual lyrics. Okay, and this is not demeaning to women in any way. It's not demeaning to women in any way. It doesn't turn women into sex objects. It doesn't make men think of women in a purely sexual fashion. It is women empowering themselves. It is super empowerment. Here are some of the lyrics. You ready?
I don't know if I'm ready for these. How is this empowering women? Do we have a woman in the audience that can tell me, like, just leave a comment or something about how this is supposed to be empowering to women and not just objectifying them? Because why is it such a negative thing if men objectify women, but then women can objectify themselves and it's fine? Where's that double standard come from? Anyone?
In empowering themselves. It is super empowerment. Here are some of the lyrics. You ready? Whores in this house. There's some whores in this house. There's some whores in this house. There's some whores in this house. Hold up. I said certified freak 7 days a week. Wet ass P-word. Make that pullout game weak. Yeah, you effing with some wet ass P-word. P-word is...
I can't take this. How is Ben reading this with a straight face? Like, that is an art form in and of itself.
Female genitalia. Bring a bucket and a mop for this wet ass P-word. Give me everything you got for this wet ass P-word. Beat it up, N-word. Catch a charge. Extra large and extra hard. Put this P-word right in your face. Swipe your nose like a credit card. Hop on top, I want to ride. I do a Kegel while it's inside. Spit in my mouth, look in my eyes. This P-word is wet, come take a dive. It continues along these lines. And it gets significantly more vulgar. Like a lot more vulgar. Talk your S-word, bite your lip. Ask for a call while you ride that D-word. You really ain't never gonna F him for a thing. He already made his mind up before he came. Now get your boots and your coat for this wet-ass P-word. Pay my tuition just to kiss me on this wet-ass P... Right, so this is... guys?
I'm pretty sure if you're paying somebody their tuition in order to perform acts like that, that would make you a prostitute, I think. And that's women's empowerment. I mean, that's one of the oldest jobs in existence. Haven't we been empowering women for like ever then? I don't know, but some of these lyrics are just disgusting.
Pay my tuition just to kiss me on this wet ass. Right. So this is, guys, this is what feminists fought for. This is what the feminist movement was all about.
And they wonder why we don't like some feminists. What is wrong with this? Oh my gosh. What happened? What happened to our culture? Oh gosh, this is painful.
It's not, it's not really about, you know, women being treated as independent, full, rounded human beings. It's about wet ass P-word. And if you say anything differently, it's because you're a misogynist, you see. It gets really, really vulgar. But I will admit that when I first saw the lyrics to this song, my first concern, as a sympathetic and empathetic human being, my first concern is that these women are describing a serious gynecological condition. And, like, I'm serious, that these women are suffering from some sort of serious... I mean, a bucket and a mop? This sounds like there's something that is going on here that is not biologically normal.
Okay, he's taking it literally, and it's hilarious. And the fact that he can still do this with a straight face, just... Good job, Ben.
This sounds like there's something that is going on here that is not biologically normal. And by the way, the song is so unsexy that it frankly sounds like somebody describing what amounts to a serious condition that requires the care of a doctor. So, fortunately, I know a doctor, who is my wife. And so I asked her for her medical diagnosis. And she looked at the lyrics herself. And after being kind of appalled by them, obviously, she had a few sort of indicators here on how she could diagnose the vaginal condition that apparently these women are suffering from.
Okay.
So there are a few sort of giveaways. There are a few sort of giveaways here. So first of all, a bucket and a mop for this wet-ass P word. So first of all, she had to clarify whether wet-ass P word was a description of the P word or whether one of the clinical symptoms here was also diarrhea. But
I had not considered that. That is gross.
Bring a bucket and a mop. So this suggests that there's an awful lot of, not to be too graphic, but some sort of medical discharge that's happening here. Like a lot too much, right? A lot too much, because that's a symptom of something that is not going great. Apparently, there are signs of prolapse. And I say that because hop on top, I want to ride, I do a Kegel while it's inside. So there's some signs of some actual clinical prolapse, which is a problem. Also, there's some talk about where this person is putting their nose. And there's some talk about smelling, right? There's a line here about gagging and choking, which suggests that perhaps there's an odor issue here. Also, at some point in here, there's a reference to diabetes, about a person who engages in particular activity and ends up diabetic, which suggests a serious pH imbalance. So I asked my wife for a differential diagnosis for the sake of these ladies in case they need to go to the doctor. I mean, like, this is a problem. I mean, like, if this is real, like, there's water pouring out the front doors of this place. And that ain't water, guys. I mean, that's what I'm being told. That ain't water.
Okay, anyone want to throw a comment? What do you guys think that the diagnosis is? I haven't seen this before, so I think this is going to be hilarious because he's taking this so far and so seriously with a straight face. Just chef's kiss, Ben.
So the medical diagnosis, here was her differential. Her differential diagnosis, my wife, the doctor, was either these women are suffering from bacterial vaginosis or a yeast infection, or my wife suggested most probably they are suffering from trichomonas. So just a bit of medical advice. You know, put aside the empowerment. I understand how empowering it is for women to sing about the moisture state of their genitals. And I understand that anybody who criticizes this as reductive of female sexuality and or of putting out images of females as over-sexualized in a way that is negative, that puts negative images in men and drives negative images toward women for men, treating them as sex objects. I understand that stuff is out of bounds, right? I mean, if we mention any of that stuff, it's because we're misogynists. I'm a sexist for saying that women are more than just, their wet-ass P words. But
out of bounds.
As a sympathetic human being, I just want to make sure these ladies get the care they need. My wife's medical advice is that they go to a gynecologist ASAP and that they do whatever checks are necessary for bacterial vaginosis, yeast infection, or trichomonas.
Ooh. Well, that was interesting, to say the least. Like I said in the video, I think that his ability to, with a straight face, go through that entire thing, including the differential diagnosis, all of the symptoms, the discussion, all of it, just with a straight face, is just very, very impressive to me. And I would not be able to do that. I would be laughing far too hard most of the time that I was trying to record that. So great work, Ben. I really enjoyed it. Your breakdown of the song makes a lot of sense. After hearing your analysis of it, I have even less interest in listening to the song itself. So please don't recommend it for the channel. I really don't want to do it. Thank you to those of you that made it to the end of the video today. I greatly appreciate your support. If you're looking for other ways to support the channel, please check out the links down in the description below. You can take advantage of either one of our ongoing offers. You can use our promo code when purchasing coffee from Coffee Brand Coffee. Come over to the Discord, join the conversation there, or come join us on X and subscribe there for $1. If you're looking for a free way to support the channel, please like the video, comment on the video, share the video with friends and family, and subscribe to the channel. These are all free, and every one of them helps me with the algorithm, so thank you very much. If you have a recommendation for a future song or topic you want to see on the channel, please leave it in a comment below, and I will get to it as soon as I can. I hope you all have a wonderful week, take care of yourselves, and God bless. Go ahead and check out one of the links on the screen now to either subscribe to the channel and see the rest of the videos of the channel, or one of the carefully selected videos that you may wish to see that YouTube has used its algorithm to select for you.